Buddy, how's it going? I hope you're having a lovely day. In today's episode of New York City is a Meme, we're going to be reading excerpts from this article from the New York Times about restaurants and reservations. It says the era of the paywalled restaurant is upon us. From private clubstrons to NFT reservation tokens to get concierge services, getting a table is a lot easier if you've got the money. It says, without over-embellishing, within 5 seconds, basically all reservations are taken. Said Steve Syed, who started a hashtag #FreeResi, a free electronic forum where people could swap reservations among themselves. It's like winning the lottery to eat at these places. The thing that's going on here is that it's more difficult to get restaurant reservations in the city, so they're talking about concierge services, NFTs for special privileges, members-only credit card perks, private clubstrons that cost more money to eat at, and the issue that you're getting into here, in my opinion, from what I've seen, is that there are far fewer restaurants now than there were several years ago as a result of shit New York City policy. I've gone over in many videos how there used to be many vibrant businesses in the city, and now instead of having a bunch of vibrant businesses, you have a bunch of dead shit, retail space for lease signs, graffiti, doors that look like the entryways to prison cells, weird creepy shit like this. There's about 8 videos in a playlist I'll show you below where I just walk around with my camera and just show you all the stuff that used to, at one point in time, be a vibrant business that's now dead. Now, if you have less restaurants, but you still have a very similar number of people, about 8.3, 8.4 million people that are looking to eat someplace, well, you may run into a supply and demand issue. And the way they're solving the supply and demand issue, there's a high demand of people looking to eat, there's a low supply of restaurants because running a business in New York City sucks, is that they are making it more difficult to get a reservation. Maybe it costs more money. Maybe there are different members-only shit or whatever that you have to do to be able to get a reservation at some place. And this is all just, to me, very, very sad. I think the reason for a lot of this has to do with a lot of what went on in 2020, the meme policy of indoor-outdoor dining, where you're not allowed to have your restaurant open, but you could totally build a restaurant on the street and do business that way. There's a lot of restaurants that I remember liking that no longer exist. Some that closed during COVID, like Mizzetto, and there's this one Indian restaurant right near the store that I forget the name of. Others, like, whether it's Lucha Lucha, my favorite burrito place, Las Palmas at 247 Star Street. So many of the restaurants that I love in New York City that people have asked me about on here, where they say, Louis, I'm visiting New York City. Where should I go? I don't know. I don't know where to tell you to go, because all the places that I love are no longer there. Since these places are all closed, the places that managed to survive the clusterfuck of the past several years are going to be more difficult to book, because now you have all the people that are there that want to go out, but all these businesses closed, left, or are not there. And for those people that say, well, no, I'm making that up, that's hyperbole. No, it's not. I documented it on camera. And you have a lot of people in the comments of these videos that'll say that I've made this up, and because they, I personally take it as a high compliment that you think I'm good enough with Adobe, After Effects, Premiere, or Photoshop or some shit to Photoshop graffiti on all of this in a convincing manner and actually, put together all of this. I'm not, no. I wish. I'm not that talented. This is literally just me walking down a street and showing you all the businesses that used to be there that are no longer there, of which there are plenty. Being a meme city does have its consequences, and one of them is that going to a restaurant apparently is going to be very difficult into the future. I'm here to say, because again, there's this misconception for people that live in New York City, that if you leave New York City, you will no longer able to eat diverse types of food. There are other cities in the United States that have many different types of restaurants from people all over the world that do make excellent food. I'm just saying, you can leave. There is this false dichotomy that either I live in New York City or I live someplace where it's Wendy's, Waffle House, Whataburger, and that's it. And again, I think Whataburger, Waffle House, Wendy's suck. I don't want to eat at those places either. But you can leave New York City and eat good food. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just going to slide that across the table. There are places out there, if you look online, that actually exist outside the city where you can eat. Because it seems like we're getting to a point where if you do want to eat at a lot of nice restaurants, you might not be able to. And I'll be honest, that was one of the things that I missed about New York City. The truffle gnocchi at Mizzetto is second to none. The tempeh burrito, or the giant burrito that they had, where they would have like two, I could get mushrooms, tempeh, eggs, and everything else in a burrito at Lucha Lucha, along with carrot habanero hot sauce, like stuff like that, or like the quesadillas at Las Palmas. I miss that stuff. It's amazing, but there's no going back, because all those places that made all that cool food are closed, and the few places left that do make the food I like, Well, I probably got to wait a month or bribe him $100 through some fucking app to get a reservation. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. You know what I think would be really cool? Again, I'm 1,700 miles away. I can't do these videos anymore. If anybody in my comments were open to like carrying on the torch and just kind of walking around the city, walking around the areas that I was walking around here and showing everybody, like, are all these areas still filled with places for lease that are just going to sit there until the end of time? Or has the city magically bounced back? Have all these restaurants and small businesses and small shops and stores and offices returned? Or is it just retail space for lease, graffiti, retail space for lease, graffiti, retail space for lease, graffiti? Inquiring minds want to know. If you're able to actually produce some content demonstrating what it looks like, I am happy to link to your channels in the community page of my channel. That's it for today. And as always, hope you learned something. See you all in the next video. Bye now.